play of the game from way down.
Two, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bomb stats, Dingo gonna find Rainer.
Oh, the life finder keeps Maev up. It was going to be a close thing.
And healing, what? Get out of, no! No!
Triple stun again. Big flanks coming out from the Blaze.
It's a death metal though.
Death metal into the double, triple kill. There we go. Welcome everybody to the newest show on NGS, the NGS Rewind. How you doing today, Butte?
Rewinding. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I'm like super tired. I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblems, but I'm super excited to do this replay with you, Aero, and all of you in chat. Say hi in chat. Yeah, we do. Awesome. We have important people in chat.
Is that you and me?
No. Oh. There's more people, but we hope you all are having a great Sunday and you're ready for some epic games, because we're ready.
For sure. So the idea behind the replay is, or the rewind, I gotta remember I changed the name there. The rewind is basically that we're checking back to matches that have been played previously this week, and giving them the opportunity to get on the big stage, so to speak. So we have only 3 this week. The matches were scheduled pretty evenly, and so casters were able to pick them up, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday this week only had, I think, 13 games instead of the 23 that we had last week. So expecting to see that pick up soon with flex matches coming up, though. So we're going to see probably a big boost in the number of games, and probably have some additional replay games to get in on Sundays going forward. So, but this first match is between, it's coming at you from C West, and it's going to be 10 Armor versus Annie Oak League. Anything you have to share at all there, Butte? Anything you know about these teams?
Not really. No, not really, honestly. Maybe we'll see some Deckard with the armor. I don't know if it's a play on Deckard, but maybe. I don't know. Sorry, that was really stupid. But no, I know nothing about these teams, which is kind of good for me, because I like coming in with a little bit, with, being a little naive, so.
Sure.
But, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can pull up some stats on the side here.
Sure. Well, I was just trying to see here. I think I've got something set up so that there's a little bit green screen effect going on, just on the side of your hair, just a little bit. But
I can't even see what you're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it on the screen there, but that's okay. I was just trying to see if I could figure out where it was. I added a chroma key somewhere, and I can't remember where that is.
Oh, so. I have like a cool little thing on the side. It's like the Detroit human.
Yep. So, all right, well, let's get into this here. So, game number 1 between 10 Armor and Annie Oak League here.
Yeah.
And, oh, you know what? I was going to pull up the map bands. I'll try to do that while the game is loading.
Sounds good.
So that we can show those in between.
Both of their pages up.
Okay. Take a look at the replay browser. That shows all of that information for anybody wondering how to find that. You just go to the replay browser on the website.
Hey guys, spoiler alert. We're going to Alterac Path.
Indeed we are. Oh, I should probably put us on the game screen, huh? And load. There we go.
Are they on the right side?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. So let's see. And Sky Temple and BOE. This will just take a second. Dragonshire and Towers of Doom. And Towers of Doom update. And then Altrak, I'll figure out who actually picked this later, but let's go ahead and introduce our teams here. You want to start with the red team?
Yeah, sure. So on the red team, which is that?
That's Annie Oak League.
Annie Oak. Oh, okay, red. I should remember that. Annie from League is red. Okay, so Annie Oak League, we have Gahola playing at Malfurion. Firefray? Is that what it is?
Firefry.
Firefry, I remember. Okay, Phoenix playing Phoenix. Transformer playing Thrall. Pina Colada, yes, playing Garrosh. And Unicake playing Kael'thas.
All right, and for the blue team, we've got 10 armor. We have Dav on Lunara, Yummy Cupcake on Cassia, Spark Tank 84 on Stitches, Johnny KA on Rhaegar, and Rumblerfish on Rexar.
Oh, what is with all these like sweet references here?
Right? Unicake, Yummy Cupcake. I almost feel like they shouldn't be fighting each other. But look at this. All right, so let's take a look at some of these talents. So I see a little bit of a different Stitches talent here, taking that additional healing, and then also getting healing when an enemy dies. So that's an interesting change, probably because of the fact that globes are not quite as prevalent on this map, I would guess.
Perhaps, maybe because they also have Rhaegar as their support. I'm not quite sure. That would be my guess for self-sustain, but I don't really think they have a lot of self-sustain on their team.
So we do have both of the teams coming over, grabbing their camps, and they're pretty even overall. Looks like Blue's slightly ahead. And Thrall v Rexar up in the top lane.
Really exciting in the top lane fight here.
Yeah.
You know, props to all you off-laners. You know, we joke about your lanes being boring, but you know what? We appreciate you. Just want to say that.
It's mostly her that jokes about you. I appreciate you fully. I would never joke about the solo lanes.
I do.
There's the throw onto Lunara back at the gate, but the helping hand. Oh, buddy. What a hook that was. And I didn't mention it earlier, but we did see Garrosh take that additional range on Wrecking Ball at level 1, so he's getting those really far throws. And Stitch is going into that damage with hook, 5% damage, 5% of maximum health damage when he hooks an enemy player, so...
Oh, more dammies.
More dammies. We do have Thrall getting kind of low up here in the top, so he's going to have to be a little bit careful. Low both on health and mana. But we're going to see Lunara and Rhaegar heading back here. So, taking a look at these drafts, like, what do you like about these drafts on this map? What do you see about these?
I do like the CC chain potential on the side of Annie Oak League. I think with the the colors are messed up. Hold on. Now I'm confused because when I press tab, they're messed up here. Okay, so on the side of Annie Oak League, I love the CC potential with the Garrosh, the Malfurion route, the Thrall route, I believe, and then the Kael'thas stun. I think that is awesome potential. I think on the Time Armor side, I don't think they have as much CC potential. But I mean, they have, you know, the Rexar stun, the Stitches hook, and the Cassia blind. So, I don't know. I prefer Annie Oak League's draft personally, but I might change my mind later on.
Well, right now we've got Pina Colada going after Yummy Cupcake.
Oh, gosh. You didn't get that cupcake. Mama said no.
The hook going out trying to catch on to Firefly is not able to connect, however. So, first blood on the Garrosh. Although Transformer running away there, he's pretty low. With just 300 health. And, you know, Stitches on this...
a big pick. That's a big pick early on, especially with this objective being very short. You know, I mean, they're 5 more seconds by the time Garrosh gets there. So, they may not be able to stop this.
Or they might, as Garrosh getting the throw onto Stitches, it's right there, and they don't get it stopped.
Pina colada. Oh no, Unicake! What is it with the sweets being feisty today?
So we do see Kael'thas going down, and of course, Thrall taking the Feral Spirit talent at 4, allowing him to have a shorter cooldown and mana cost on his Feral Spirit. And that doesn't surprise me, given that he's going into a Rexar. He's able to hit those spirits, that Feral Spirit, a lot easier, a lot more often.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Oh.
Yummy cupcake. Nope. No DPS there to follow up, but don't underestimate the damage coming out of Malfurion.
Okay.
Never do that.
Firefly's pretty low down here in the bottom as well with Lunara on him. Didn't actually get another auto attack on him, so his shield did continue to regenerate there, even though she used her crippling spores. All right. So just taking a quick look, neither team has any shield breaking talents, so Phoenix at least has that protection. I wonder, does it show map? Oh, it does show map banned. So interestingly enough, so the heroes that were banned, 10 armor banned out Gul'dan, Alarak, and Ana, where Annie Oakleague banned out Jaina, Brightwing, and Sylvanas. I think that most of those are pretty, pretty decent. The Brightwing is kind of surprising, so I'm assuming that must have been a target ban.
I'm sure. I mean, or maybe they did some scouting and they figured, we might, let's try to avoid a dive comp. Maybe. I'm not sure. Or let's prevent a an anti-dive. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I mean, Brightwing's a good healer. Also good for disengages. So, and especially on this map when maybe you want more time on the objective or, the tight quarters. She definitely seems to have her uses. And the root coming out misses Lunara, who just kind of jumps on over it.
Yeah, and speaking of which, let's talk about these talents. So we do have the Leaping Strike from Lunara. We've got the Ball Lightning, Putrid Bile from Stitches, Ancestral Recall, and the Hunt. Unleash the Boars. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of Stitches take Gorge recently.
That was just real quick. That was a great kill onto the Phoenix, but it left both Cassia and Lunara a bit exposed in the bottom, and Cassia's going to be the victim of that. Now, go ahead, Gorge.
No, you're good. I think I've been seeing a lot of Gorge Stitches. Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing that they picked Bile. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think for the CC that maybe they are lacking, because I think it slows for, 35%.
It does, yeah.
So, I mean, that's some CC. It's, not necessarily lockdown, but, I think Phoenix is the only one that can really get out of the Gorge behind the tower, right? I think.
Yeah, it looks that way. Yep.
So.
Yeah, the problem is with this map with Gorge is that those walls go down pretty quickly, right? One objective, the walls are down. So Gorge is not always fantastic. And Bile allows them to do exactly this.
Pina colada going down.
But Lunara as well falling to Thrall and loads of damage out on the Lucian. They do get that hook, that 5%.
Oh, no. The unstoppable out on Stitches. I'm not sure if it's he might get away. Rhaegar's pretty low on health.
So now this is where we'll see Stitches come down, and to this point here, there is no wall. Stitches is calling for the assist because he knows that somebody's going to be there. Oh, but he should have just cast it right when he was standing there. He missed it. He was close enough at that kind of upper point, but then he went and adjusted his positioning and didn't quite have the length.
I'm a little surprised that KT got through on this map, with the tight quarters around the objective and especially people grouping up to potentially interrupt the objective capping. Whoa, Garrosh with a nice throw on Phoenix, but he is gonna die for Phoenix's sins here. Maybe. Oh my God, he does not die. Holy crap.
Crazy.
Phoenix may die for his own sins.
Well, Sundering does protect him. The ball lightning going out onto Thrall, but only bounces once. Doesn't actually come back to Cassia. She was far enough away. The hook onto Gola, though. Spark Tank using his, I don't even know what that ability name is. The Feast that he gets 20% healing. And Misha keeping them zoned out, so a big taunt onto Misha. Yummy Cupcake trying to get some damage there. Phoenix right in the middle of everybody does use Purification Salvo, but doesn't get any kills out of it. He's very low.
Annie
and
Oakley pretty low here, yeah.
Yeah. Remarkably aggressive with his positioning, too.
How are they alive? I gotta know. Malfurion with the clutch heals here has no mana, which is never good for
Yeah, no
Malfurion. Considering that Moonfire is only 10 mana.
So either way, they still are able to secure the cavalry. So here we go.
We may have an issue.
Yeah, I see that. I can't really do anything with that, so...
Is that what you were going to talk to Murda about?
Well, the title earlier was what I was talking to Murda about, but I'll ping him and see if I can get him to pay attention to that.
Okay. Well, sorry about that. Hopefully you can manage to get to a computer. If not, you could always rewatch the VOD. So there you go.
Indeed, it will be up. Well, of course, they may not actually be able to hear this.
Oh, touche.
Let's see. Trying to...
So it looks like 10 armor here pushing, was pushing bot, backed off a little bit, and mid at the same time, so kind of a dual push. I think they had a triple push at, all 3-lane push at one point, but backed off, pretty smart, knowing that they were likely going to be outnumbered at least in a lane or two.
Yeah, so at this point now we've got, we're 12 minutes into the game. We have one fort down. The other two are down a little bit here. Camps are available. Looks like Stitches is trying to get a hook onto somebody. Here comes Garrosh. Interesting. Okay. They're going to get this top fort, though, so that's going to make it 2 for them.
Pretty big structural advantage on the side of 10 armor here. Annie Oak still has 1 fort, just a little fort. And they do have camp pushing mid, which we'll see how much value it ends up getting. So, 10 armor might be opting for boss here, maybe?
Looks that way.
Or baiting it, maybe?
That was a long trek for them to take just to deliver Rexar into the bot lane.
I'm a little confused, but I'm sure there was a call there, maybe?
Yeah, because that leaves Firefly up in the top lane to just get some push here. And I think he caught Cassia coming up. And once again, that ball lightning not quite getting the value that Yummy Cupcakes was looking for.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's one of those, you know, just use it if you got a chance, but I don't know, maybe I don't know if he thought he had a chance to kill him, or, I mean, she has unmounted speed, so I'm a little surprised she didn't end up pursuing the Phoenix any further, but...
Yeah, and he does too, right? Doesn't he at one of these? Yeah, so when his shield goes away, he gets a big burst of speed. So that prevents potentially him from dying there, but yeah, even still, you'd think that it would have gotten the potential to bounce back. All right, well, 3rd prison camp of the game, level 16's online. Let's show those for everybody at home. Let's see what we get out here. Lunara not going with the level 16 based on slows, instead going with
oh, and here comes the
range.
engage. Phoenix goes out. Oh my gosh. Not even the ancestral healing could help that damage.
Yeah, and we do see the chain lightning going out, taking out Lunara. Cassia is getting loads of damage onto the Phoenix, and there's that ancestral.
Man. I think that was a little aggressive there on the side of Phoenix. Maybe he assumed that some of his teammates were kind of more closer in the follow-up, or maybe maybe Malfurion wasn't able to get a heal. I'm not quite sure. I wasn't watching that closely, but I mean, it is 2 for 1, so but no objective has been capped on the other side, so I guess they're gonna go to town on those cupcakes.
So now that gives them 3 heroes dead on the side of 10 armor. So they'll get pushed in onto the prison camp. 10 armor is going to go ahead and grab the null camp as well. So Stitch is not really in a position, I think, to do much on this. I'm kind of surprised that he just, let them walk up to him even like that. But
I agree. Lunara in the backline on KT.
Uses that mana addict shield. But ultimately, again, Stitches does go down.
I mean, that's a lot of free damage on the side of the tank. I'm not quite sure if he was, see, that brings up a lot of issues, because when teams are split like that, one coming from the north and one coming from the west side, there's not a lot of focus. I mean, Lunara was in the back line, which was great, but didn't have, any follow-up or anybody really with her that could, be with her, so...
Yeah, and at this point, 10 Armor's just been kind of... these last couple of kills have been 100% avoidable. They weren't able to...
Oh, does that kill her?
It sure does.
Oh
wow.
My god, what was that overkill? Oh, man. They do have a camp pushing mid. I'm not sure how much value it's really going to get with the objective up. Oh, man, that is...
Yeah, it'll get some... The camp, rather, will clear it out pretty well. But all the lanes were pretty well pushed back against Antioch League. So they've got to go back and clean some of this up. That's the kind of silver lining if you're 10 armor after that fight is that, yeah, you may have lost some people, but the lanes were so pushed up that, these cavalry, it gives you time for everybody, or just about everybody, to get back up.
Right.
And I think that what they need to do in this game is, identify risk assessment. Sending in 1 or 2 people against a group of 5 because you think you might be able to poke at them is just going to get you killed, which is, what happened. To all of them. Stitches, Lunara, Cassia.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I think, overestimation of, your team's maybe damage output or potential to peel or, sustainability. Which I think gets a lot of teams into trouble.
Right. There's the throw on to Lunara, but she just leaps right back out. But there's a Sunder.
That is a lot of ults.
Barely misses.
From both teams. Phoenix gets out real easy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he... it almost looked like he might have been casting Warp there, but I might have just missed that on the
Stitches
view.
with Fishing Hook, and they know this. Malfurion. Oh, and that's a nice silence. Nice throw by Garrosh, getting him out of the fight.
People just... Player bars going everywhere here. And Cassie's going to be the first one to go down in this fight.
A good try on the cleanse by the Rhaegar, I assume. Likely... I mean, my guess is it was probably a little too late, because she was sitting in that root for a second,
Yeah. Level 20 is online here for Antioch League, so this is a great place for them to be. They got a kill, and they're able to come down here and start working on this boss. Although they're backing, some of them are backing away.
Uh-oh. Maybe they're gonna, 10 armor is gonna try to force them to back off a boss and go back top or mid. They know they don't have the, oh, they barely capped it.
So close, too.
Yeah.
If Stitches actually had, committed to that just a split second earlier.
Bye, Phoenix.
Oh, he took the emergency shielding.
Oh my god! Yo, man, it still does not matter. I don't know. I disagree with re-engaging there. I think you just walk away. I think you sidestep and you walk away. But the lanes are still really, really pushed out for 10 armor here.
Yeah, they actually have to come back and clean up in the middle because of that pressure with the Reaver. So, very positive play from 10 Armor, as both teams now have level 20. pulling that up here. So again, interesting, we've got Lunara with Intensifying Toxin, which is of course when you have the 3 stacks getting the additional damage, but didn't take the one with the slows, which surprises me because of the potential for slows coming out of Rexar, Rhaegar, Stitches, her own slows. You know, I think I would have liked to have seen her go with the level 16. But she's clearly trying to stay away from like the Garrosh throws and all that stuff.
For sure, for sure. I mean, she does arguably have mobility enough to potentially escape from that. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, that hook.
Hook is down.
That was close. And Phoenix is coming in now, so look at them to start getting in on this fight here sometime soon, as Lunara is trying to counter this pressure from the camp in the mid lane, which she can at least.
Ults available from both sides. Rexar getting thrown, taunted, silenced, rooted, cleansed. Oh my gosh, everything in the book. Cassia goes down.
And they are going to be able to channel this objective now, so that gives them a huge advantage coming to this. Although they have no ultimates, there's still Putrid Bile and Leaping Strike. Stitches can still hook somebody over this wall, but there's nobody to help him, and he missed anyway.
Field goal for Stitches.
Split right between the players there.
There you go.
And there's that thing I mentioned earlier where the Stitches goes in by himself, gets thrown in. Okay, so he gets the movement speed out of Putrid Bile, so...
Yeah. And you know what? And that's okay. And I think Andy Oakley did a really good job kind of being patient with that fight back at their own objective. A lot of teams think like, oh, we got to go in right now, but this one's 50 seconds. So, I mean, they waited a while to go in, but it ended up working out in their favor.
So here we go. Stitches is getting low. The taunt onto Stitches and Misha, but Stitches is gonna go away. The living bomb spreads onto Johnny as Rhaegar in trouble gets rooted, and just the tip of that Feral Spirit hitting onto Rexar as they finish off Lunara as well. So once again, they get the cavalry, but look at these lanes. And this is all thanks to that pressure that they created early in the game. But they have no damage, basically, other than Cassia here for a good 40 seconds.
Right. I mean, they might try to... Yep, they're going to try to... I thought they were going to go a little bit further down in the bottom lane to kind of stop that wave. I mean, they have the luxury of being able to do that. You know, it's a 4v2. I mean, 3 if you count Misha. So really, they can do nothing about it. So... a pretty healthy objective in the bottom lane.
Yeah, so we do have Thrall in the mid lane just poking along with the cavalry, with Cassia and Rexar cleaning that up, and the bottom keep going down. So I expect them to rotate. I mean, trying to take this core, even at level 20, like, it has 40 armor, so this does take a lot of time, and with all 5 of 10 armor up, this is risky.
Lunara. Phoenix, no shields. Stitch is pretty hurt.
Oh, that's Silence able to get Firefly out, but sacrifices the Malfurion instead.
And Garrosh is likely going to go down as well. They do trade for the Stitches. I'm not quite sure if that was a worth it trade, but very likely because the lanes are so pushed out. You know, oh my gosh, that core, 2,000, holy crap. I think it got down to 2,000.
Yep, it was really close. They, you know, maybe if they committed a little bit more to attacking the core, maybe they make that. You know, if they have a little bit more siege damage, maybe they make that. But, you know, instead, a 2-for-1 trade on deaths. And again, you know, having that 40 armor on the core gives it so much survivability.
For sure. For sure. And I'm a little surprised that 10 armor didn't opt for at least their camp or a boss.
Yeah, it looks like
I mean, now they're doing it. Yeah. You know, I mean, but Malfurion is up and they're still down Stitches, and Garrosh is basically going to be up at the same time. So.
And they know they're here, which means that both teams are going to have the opportunity to go for a boss play. And to be fair, this is the lane that, if you're 10 armor, this is the lane you want to be at. You don't want them to get a boss in this lane, because that gives them the push potential. And both
I mean,
of
they
these are
have
going to go
camp
to keeps now.
pressure, or they have, do they have, yeah, they have camp pressure mid as well. That'll help them out. Maybe they'll go back and clear that. I'm not sure if they're gonna waste their time with that. Stitches will probably opt for that and send the rest for the boss.
Yeah, so they are clearing the camp first. And in fact, working on their camp as well. So they'll have pressure in this mid lane and in the bot lane. And right now this favors slightly Annie Oakley because of the fact that they've already got one keep down. If they get this second keep down, that makes a core call a lot easier.
For sure. You know, and Rhaegar and Lunar are late to the fight, but that doesn't really matter because Malfurion deleted.
Yeah, but look at the Phoenix throwing out the Purification Salvo, taking out both Rhaegar and Cassia. And this boss is still pretty healthy. Garrosh gets hooked. The Leaping Strike is going to take out Thrall.
It's not where you want to be.
Payback.
Oh my gosh, this is not where you want to be if you're Annie Oakley. You know, 2 DPS and versus a 2 DPS versus 2 tanks. I'll tell you who wins this. I can promise you that. It's not the DPS.
Wow. And
Oh
let's
my
not
gosh.
forget that.
Will the boss? Oh my gosh. Less than 1,000
Wow.
HP.
And on
That
the
was
other
very
side, there was a boss going as well, so they did get that bottom keep.
I mean, 10 armor with that, again, this mid pressure and arguably bot pressure. I mean, granted, they don't, you know, have, and here come their big boy minions.
One lane of pressure isn't going to win the game, right? The core will clear it out if it's one lane of pressure. It's not like other maps where you can just lose it if you have 3 catapults.
For sure.
But
it is enough to make the next objective, you know, maybe not as fruitful. I mean, Malfurion's struggling to clear here.
Yeah, and that second lane now, if this core goes down, which it looks like, keep, that opens it up. That gives them the potential to kill the core just from minions. But 23 seconds, Annie Oakley's got to get in on this. If they don't get in on this, this is game.
For sure. They have to be very careful with their approach here. Lunara is a little bit late on the uptake here, but she'll get here very quickly.
Hook goes out. Misha into the backline, but it's going to be Stitches getting thrown in. Root
no one channeling
out.
here. No one channeling the objective. Oh, there we go. Thrall.
And the ball lightning manages to just bounce forever. Lunara gets her dot damage onto Kael'thas, but Yummy Cupcake is going to be the next kill, and Rhaegar deep in gets rooted.
I don't really understand that that all-in play on the side of Rhaegar, but
0.9 seconds. I think that's what the all-in play was. They're pinging Lunara. I don't know if that was their team or not, but you know, trying to tell Lunara, hey, we just need 0.9 seconds on the timer if you can get that.
There's no way. I mean, they have the luxury of numbers, so they're gonna keep one person there. That's a simple hitter to deter her. And
but you know what? Technically, it's possible, you know, with this camp and minions coming in, that the boss, like the core, could go down. And they left Lunara. Oh my god. Oh, no way. There's not enough time, right? Lunara's going back. She needs to go to the core.
Oh, the core is going down real quickly. Oh my god, this is a core race, guys. Here we go. Who's gonna come out on top? Well, it's probably gonna be Annie Oakley.
I don't know, if Lunara went to the core there, I bet she could have finished that off.
I totally.
Oh, did they? No way! No way! Did they finish Annie Oakley? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What?
Nexus Edge, you boys better have this on the highlight reel. Holy crap!
It didn't happen until right now, and they're filming right now.
What do you say? Ready to have a little fun?
What just happened? Somebody clip that and post that in tag turd. Oh my god.
My camera right now is literally on 10 Armor's core, and it's not moving because I'm so fascinated.
I cannot believe that game. Wow.
All I I gotta say is, I'm sure both teams have to use the restroom at this point because they've probably been holding in a lot of tension over the last 5 minutes of this game. Holy crap!
I don't know. I think they don't need to use the restroom
Wow!
because they probably just let it all out. Holy
At that
cow!
point, oh my god!
I cannot believe that. Wow. Well, you know what? Good on Dap. You know what? And fair enough. I said go core. Maybe the core still would have won, but ultimately the pressure out of Lunara, I think Stitches showed up right at about that time as well, and the damage coming out from the core, of course, doing that whirlwind and getting a bunch of damage, ending 4. It's absolutely bonkers.
They didn't have Phoenix with them.
No, Phoenix actually was back at their core. By himself because he was dead. That was crazy.
Oh my god! Wow.
And
Lunara,
look at those damage stats. Holy smokes! Phoenix almost 130k, 120k for Thrall. Cassia at 95k.
Wow. See, and let me just point out again. This is why stats are deceptive. Okay, this is exactly why. Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming out of the side of Annie Oak League, but at the end of the day, who finished kills? Who was able to secure objectives? They did have less kills, but you know what? At the end of the day, they got kills when it mattered, when it really, really mattered. So props to them. I mean, props to both teams. This was a super exciting game. Not a boring moment, really. There was always something that was happening. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit. My brain is a little bit. Oh my gosh. That was pretty intense. Wow.
That was pretty intense. So that was the blue team that won that one. Let's see. So the next map is going to be Infernal Shrines. So let's go ahead and pop that up here. I know, it's your favorite.
You guys, well, listen, I actually love the map. I'm just so sick of seeing it in every NGS game. But you know what? They picked Alterac, so great. Good on them. I would love to see the map just pick distribution at the end of the season. I really want to see it. It's
pretty high for Infernal Shrines, yeah.
And Tomb of the Spider Queen, I think, still.
Probably.
Still number 1.
So, let's see. So this was picked by 10 Armor as Annie Oak League electing for the first pick. Let's take, you know what? I've got all the map stuff in. Why don't we take a look at maps?
Oh my god, you still have that weird thing on my face.
I know, because I don't know how to turn it off.
Everybody, there's nothing wrong with my face. Well, okay, it's...
I'm moving right along. So we do have the bans coming out from 10 Armor, which were BOE and Sky Temple. We had the bans from Annie Oak League, which were Towers of Doom and Dragonshire. Last game was Alterac Pass, that was picked by Annie Oak League. It was won by 10 Armor. This time it's going to be Infernal Shrines, picked by 10 Armor. So there you go.
I'm not going to lie. I thought Annie Oak League was a reference to League of Legends, and I'm literally seeing their name with the acronym AOL, and I feel like a moron. So Annie Oak League, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for grouping you in with that
Nice.
League of Legends team, but I didn't even notice that. I just saw their logo. It's so funny.
The rise of game.
I like their name even more.
I was trying to see
will
if
it be
I could
enough?
get
Will their name height be enough to win them the second game?
you know what? I don't know. We can find out in a moment.
Will it be? Back in time. Can we change the past?
So I'm gonna go ahead and put in the players here. So going to Infernal Shrines, what would you like to see done differently? What heroes might you like to see on Infernal Shrines?
I mean, I'm always biased for my homegirl Alexstrasza. Does not get enough love anywhere else, except maybe this map in Volskaya. So I would love to see an Alexstrasza.
Isn't there another healer you really like, though?
Okay, Aero, you don't need to get me all flustered, okay? Anduin, of course. I love Anduin. If you're talking about Oriole, then of course I always love to see Oriole, but I'm not really quite sure if I haven't seen a lot of her in this division at all. Maybe I'm not really sure.
I tell you
But
what,
yeah,
why don't we go ahead and start the game so you can see who they're gonna play?
Oh, who picks Oriole? Oh my god! I'm happy. Everyone, wow! I should have given the volume warning before I got really excited. But
It's okay,
holy
it just cut
crap!
off. the
Oh
the
my
upper
God.
ceiling of human hearing just cut out there when you got to the squeal level there.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm rooting for Annie Oakleek here because thank you for picking Oriole. I appreciate it. She gets no love ever. I mean, she's not exactly, you know, top tier or anything, but this is a good map for her with all the walls and the close quarters. Same with Gul'dan. I'm really, because I think 10 Armor banned, they banned Gul'dan last time, right?
I don't remember.
I thought, okay, I
think so.
do
Yes,
remember
they
him
did, they
being
did.
banned.
Yeah. So
Jaina
let
was
me
banned as well.
let me go ahead and pop off the announcements here, and let's get this going.
Yeah, go
10
for it.
Armor has Dav on Raynor, Yummy Cupcake on Jaina, Spark Tank 84 on Stitches, Johnny K.A. on Lieutenant Morales, and Rexar once again going to be played by Rumblerfish.
We have Unicake playing Gul'dan, Pina Colada being playing Joanna, Transformer playing Thrall, Firefly playing Phoenix again, and Gola playing Oriole, the best healer ever. I'm so happy.
So we did get that combo of Gul'dan and Oriole. So
Infinite energy.
pretty significant.
Assuming he hits his shots here.
So let's talk about the hero bans here. So 10 Armor in this match banned out Alarak once again, Kale Thos, and ETC. Annie Oakleek banned out Sylvanas again, Falstad, and Diablo. So a couple of similar bans, a couple of different bans. Which,
I think the
again,
Diablo is
reasonable.
a good ban. I mean, the KT, yeah, it probably also. I mean, I'm not really sure if it's a respect ban. I mean, maybe he's good on this map.
Did you see that hook from Stitches?
I saw that it missed.
Well, not only did it miss, it only went about 3 feet. It looked like it hit the like a jar. Like that was a Diablo level hook there. Strange. I have to go back and watch that. I really do hope somebody clipped that, by the way, and sent that to Turd.
I'm sure someone in chat will do it now that you asked.
Because that was absolutely bonkers.
I'm not really sure if Annie Oakleek wins this. Back off. Yep. Oh, now they might with Joanna coming in hot on the Raynor.
Raynor does use that penetrating round to push him back, but Stitches once again just outside the ring, just like that boss play on Alterac Pass. So Annie Oakley gets that siege camp.
That was perfect timing on the side of Joanna there. I'm sure that was communicated. Hey, I'm coming. Stay in there or stay close, and so that was good on the part of Joanna.
So siege camp again in the mid lane as well, and we do see Annie Oakley coming up here, getting on their shaman camp in preparation for the top Punisher, which is going to be a frozen Punisher. And probably the best Punisher to have early in the game. It allows you to get, you know, the structures locked down and pressure in on the wall. Johnny and Dav, though, doing the same with their shaman camp.
Thrall coming and gonna be a little bit late to the objective, but Annie Oakley already starting it. Walking around the objective, trying to bring all the little mans,
Skeletal defenders.
Little boys. No contesting on the side of 10 Armor.
Yeah, about halfway there here for Annie Oakley, and now they're coming in perhaps a bit late. Looking for a fight. Let's zoom back in here. So Phoenix getting brought down by that blizzard But Blizzard is gone, so Raynor just trying to get his shots in. And there's a big hook onto Thrall. Looks like Johanna as well, getting the stun from Misha.
Oriel missing that healing on the Joanna.
Oh, the Blizzard. Wow. So
I mean,
three
they
for
do
nothing.
have some poke from Gul'dan, but if 10 armor is able to prevent them from even going close, which I think Raynor's doing a great job of right now, preventing that poke, they may be able to secure it.
One
They
overkill.
should be able to secure it. Oh no! Feels
Wow.
bad, man.
This is where Jaina says calculated.
You deserve that.
So 22 to 27 as all of Antioch League is back on the table now.
They're even in Shrine clear here, or even in Shrine numbers here, relatively. I'm really surprised that they didn't finish off the objective. I think that was a free objective for them.
Yeah, but Pina Colada is gonna get taken out by Raynor. Raynor's slowed now by Phoenix, so...
Oriel did have energy for that, so I'm a little, especially a tank like Joanna that can basically get away with murder. I'm a little surprised that he didn't opt for the healing there.
Healing?
Like for healing her. I mean, he had
Could have been that...
3/4 energy.
Yeah, it could have been that she just didn't have the cooldown yet.
Cooldown.
It's not a long cooldown, but...
4
Oh,
seconds.
nice try, Phoenix. He tried to bait that Punisher over the wall just a little bit too early on the warp, though. So Raynor's getting that value thanks to this Frozen Punisher, able to lock down some of the structures, and Blizzard going out. Jaina diving in a little far, but again, all of Antioch League is right up on the Punisher.
And Thrall back in bot lane, making sure they don't lose too much soak.
And we do
They're
see
down a level.
Yeah, and we see 10 Armor selecting their safe camp. I think, you know, they probably could have sent, well, really all three of them to get that mid camp rather than the safe camp.
For sure.
While they were all showing up top. So Jaina versus Phoenix up in the top lane, at least for the moment. We do have that siege pressure in the middle, which is now going to be countered by siege pressure from Antioch League. And there's the Misha stun onto Johanna. Not the person that he was hoping for, I imagine, but Dav in a bit of trouble here trying to make it out. And there goes the Boars, is level 10 coming online for 10 armor. They're all slowed. Stitch is looking for a hook, manages to land Johanna. Doesn't have Iron Skin yet, now it is. So she's gonna make it out alive. So that was a couple of ultimates.
I mean, props to 10 armor for not being afraid to hit the Joanna. This has happened a lot of times in games. Teams are just like, no, why are we hitting the tank? We don't need to hit the tank. And you know what? At the end of the day, I think they've killed him. They killed them twice because they do hit the tank. So props to them for not being afraid to dish out some damage and punish the Joanna.
Yeah, tanks still have health bars, and healers still have cooldowns. So.
No! No, we don't.
I was like, wait, did I miss something up top? Not yet, but about to, as Phoenix does take out the Jaina.
That is oh, the stim drone coming out on Raynor. I'm not really maybe it gets part of the wall, but Raynor's not really opting to hit the wall right now, just focused on Joanna, who is still standing in front of the wall, taking a lot of damage here. Not really sure what the stim was, but they probably had a purpose for it, I guess. Not quite sure.
So Rexar back in the top lane with the dead Jaina coming back into the mid lane here, grabbing this soak. And we've got 4 in the bottom with Thrall hanging out. Had that Echo of Elements completed a while ago. We do see a couple of other level 1 talents not yet completed.
Oriel being a little ballsy there, but able to get away. Especially with the Stitches and a Rexar, that is not where you want to be. But she does have a disengage, so...
So
Jaina's
Mortar-
Ring of Frost coming back up, so for the next objective, so...
Mortar Punisher is coming up. It's in the bot lane, and as such, Annie Oakleig's going to get up here, get their Shaman Camp, and see what kind of pressure they can get out of that. As Rexar now heading up to deal with Thrall and the Shaman Camp coming in.
This is a plus for Annie Oakleigh here, in my opinion. Likely...
wow.
Oh, yeah, oh my god, deleted.
That was a huge purification salvo.
Nice stun on the stitches. Joanna's like, you ain't getting away from me. But the Jaina, you know, no one messed with here. She does a lot of damage.
Oh, the hook pulls Johanna out of the blizzard there, and now
Nice Aegis
Jaina,
there.
Yeah, Jaina having to walk away killless. Rexar was able to clear up the top camp, so no additional pressure, but it does allow Annie Oakleigh to finish up the shrine and also get this mid siege camp. Thrall calling for assistance there.
I am glad that that Annie Oakleigh did not opt to end up chasing that Jaina. A lot of teams maybe tend to opt for, you know, chases, especially when they think they can easily clear the objective, but you know, especially with a decent amount of poke coming out of 10 armor. Not a lot, but I'm glad they opted to finish the objective, so.
All right, so here they come onto their siege camp, but all five of Annie Oakleigh coming in.
Stitches
in trouble.
Rexar coming in on the back line here, not really needing much peel, but Joanna does a great job. Did that just...
It just missed. But it's going to be Stitches getting blown up there. Johanna
Nice
in
Aegis
danger?
on Joanna.
But she does
That
make
is
it.
an excellent
yeah.
Aegis on Joanna, and good on Gul'dan to ensure he was getting Oriel some energy. Thrall with no mana.
And again, the health bars from Annie Oakleigh very low, but I don't like the chase at all, because they can turn around and throw out chain lightnings or the laser from Phoenix that I can't remember the name of, or even just a corruption. Is he finished with his corruption? Not yet. 38, so he's got a little bit to go. Oriel at 22 from her level 1 quest. So bottom camp obtained for Annie Oakleigh. Once again, that bottom camp is pretty much got their name on it. I mean, obviously it does right now, but also in general.
Well, technically it has Pina Colada's name on it.
Sure.
Uh-oh, Thrall in some trouble, but Oriel may be able to disengage. Jaina's gonna continue to pursue Oriel this time, but Joanna's like, nah, get off my healer. But Oriel's standing in the blizzard. She will likely die here unless they ignore her completely, which
well, they did get the big Horrify there, prevented Oriel from dying, but they get Johanna as a consolation prize. But up in the top lane, Phoenix is getting work done. He's pushed the lane back, and now he's working on the structure itself. Rexar coming up to deal with that problem.
Yeah, and the next shrine is top, so that's good. He managed to get the well at least, so that would basically, I think, even up the fight in terms of, you know, ability to regroup here with both wells down. So good on the Phoenix for getting out of there.
So Gul'dan and Oriel coming down, finishing off this bottom fort. That's going to give them occasional catapult pressure. And that's in the opposite lane from where the shrine's coming. The Arcane Punisher being next. Big pull into the middle, though.
Opt for a fight, pre-objective, but you know what? Oh, Joanna. Blessed Shield comes out.
Morales was just not able to keep the healing up onto Rexar from all that damage.
I'm a little, gotta look at Joanna here. Does that do magic damage?
What?
The Blessed Shield?
It should. Should all be ability damage.
I wonder if Morales had her, or that's armor, never mind, ignore me.
Yeah, it's just
please.
straight armor. But yeah, she did have it on there, and then it expired, and then her healing just didn't keep up, so.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. So, 10 armor, basically looking like they're gonna go ahead and sacrifice that top fort. I mean, it's pretty much gone either way with them getting this. So they're
But
gonna.
you know what? They're
the
getting
opposite.
something out of it, and that's good that they. It seemed like they already had that decided. So a lot of teams might, mingle around the mid or kind of go back and forth. What do we do? What do we do? But they went straight to bot and straight to mid, and they're getting something out of this. But I mean, are you gonna push a keep if you're any Oak League here?
They definitely should. That Arcane Punisher's at 95%. So this is giving them some value, but it's not nearly as much value as a keep. So they're going to start heading back, I think, a little bit later than they really should have. I don't think that mid fort was worth it.
Phoenix is staying in.
Yeah, he's got that warp, so as soon as he sees people, he can hop right out.
Uh-oh, Jaina. Oh,
Phoenix also,
Jaina,
though.
rip.
And Oriole getting rooted there by the Ring of Frost. They do lose that keep thanks to the Punisher. And a hook onto Gola there, but she just detainment strikes right into that wall. Stitches, no big deal for the Oriole. So I think that's a win if you're Annie Oak League. I think that was a bit of a misplay on behalf of 10 Armor.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
What do you say?
they were
Ready to have a
originally
little fun?
split, both bot and mid lane, for trying to trade that back. Stitches is not gonna clear the fort very quickly, so I'm not sure if they maybe would have opted for mid lane instead, knowing that the Punisher was top.
Oh, but that hook onto Gola once again. That's a great pick. That's a great staggered death.
I'm not sure if you want to be that far up again. Oriole does have a level of disengage, but at the same time, she is 4 seconds is a lot of time. So I'm not quite sure you want to be up that far. I don't really care what healer you are. Uh-oh. Thrall.
There goes the boar with Misha on him, but 3 of Annie
No,
Oak League coming
Misha!
back in.
Blessed Shield comes out to secure Misha. Unfortunate. Rip Misha.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's one heroic. You know what? We can't see when Misha comes back.
Can we get an F in chat for Misha, please?
I
If
wonder.
you're here. I know this is a replay, but please F in chat.
Let's see. I don't see a timer. Oh, there she is. Yeah, if you select Rexar, you can see it based on his trait. That's the only way.
Oh, so she is.
She's back.
She's back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's see here. What did we get for Oriole at 16? Spell power, I assume? Yeah.
Yep. I mean, she has not. Pretty sure it's been on Gul'dan the majority of the time, which, hey, that's the person you want it to be on. Some people do opt for the focus with the empathetic link,
Once
putting
again,
it on
though,
their tank.
Thrall being caught out by Raynor and Misha in the mid there.
I mean, it's interesting because
no.
Annie Oak League has been separated for, Thrall has, oh my god, a huge Horrify, but not really sure if that'll, Jaina is very low, Stim Drone comes out, everything's being used here. If you're Annie Oak League, Thrall's been separated in terms of lanes for the second, half of this game, which I'm a little surprised versus you have 10 Armor who's been sticking together for a while at least, generally, so I'm not really sure why they're separated, maybe to maintain soak, maintain pressure, but right now you got 10 Armor with pressure in the mid and top lanes.
So we do see some level 20s coming out here. We're missing Raynors still, but that's fine. So we've got the root for Rexar's Boars now, the additional slow for Stitches, the additional Ring of Frost proc, and the upgraded Stim Drone. So that gives them a lot more slows roots, that CC compatibility that we talked about last game.
For sure.
Interesting to see out of Phoenix secondary fire, giving him that extra purification salvo missile when he hits people. I think with his laser. And the hook onto Thrall. Big ring hits Gul'dan and I think Thrall as well, but Thrall goes down, but Stitches goes in.
Blessed Shield misses. frozen Punisher.
He must have had, he must have been horrified. I can't think of any other reason that he would have gone that far into the back.
Yeah, I wasn't, I mean, 10 armor with some really solid siege here. Raynor,
Yeah,
I don't know if
Raynor.
I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of DPS being, you know, basically alone up this far with no, you know, level of peel. But you know what? I've seen some teams on the side, like in Annie Oak League's position, punish that immediately. But worked out for 10 armor, so props to them. Maintaining that pressure with the camps. So they got more than one thing out of it. I don't know, I just err on the side of caution, especially when you're that far up and you're under an enemy tower. Yeah, they have a Punisher, but
Yeah, and it's a frozen Punisher, so they did, you know, it gave him some valuable CC potential, as we did see even there at the end. A four-man route coming out of the Punisher.
looking for a bush gank here, maybe, but maybe
Kind of.
Thrall saw that.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Stitches.
very unfortunate.
Too close to the wall. So
I don't know, man. The
not much of a fight
DPS
here.
are pretty far up. Man.
I don't know that they could have made that work anyway, with as spread out as that team was. Raynor and Rexar were on the other side of that wall, so I don't think they could have made that kill happen.
Yeah, I guess I mean for future on the side of Annie Oak League, I think they need to be a little bit more cognizant of their positioning as the DPS and Oriole. You know, arguably, yes, you do have, you know, Joanna's great peel and, you know, you have Horrify and stuff, and Phoenix has Warp. But at the same time, you know, you can't really do anything if you're focused down and you're dead, especially with the damage coming out of 10 armor,
So red team, Annie Oak League gets their third fort of the game. There's pretty much equal in structures at this point, and now we're seeing heroics popped as purification Cell
Whoa,
goes out.
Raynor lives.
Horrify-
Stitch is taking a lot of damage. Holy crap.
Yeah, Horrify only on Rexar, it looked like. Thrall gets rooted by the extra
Thrall.
proc from Ring of Frost.
By Thrall.
So just the one kill so far. Lots of ultimates. Every ultimate currently on cooldown. The hook onto Gul'dan, good night.
Bye, Gul'dan.
And there's a wave of minions on the core. It's only 2 catapults, so it doesn't instantly just kill the core, but it is pressure that they're going to go back and deal with. And now 10 armor with their advantage are going to go ahead and get their own shaman camp as the next Punisher is coming up. This one's going to be a Mortar Punisher.
This next objective, I think, is very important, especially if 10 armor is able to, you know, get as much done as possible. You know, the Gul'dan's not going to be up. Thrall will likely not be there until, I think, maybe 5 to 10 seconds after the objective spawns. I'm not sure what the walk time is on this map, but, you know, and Annie Oak League has a camp to deal with, so if they're able to finish this objective off really quick with Stitch's zoning, they might be able to maybe get a pick and run for the core, I guess.
We're going into the ultra zoomed out mode. No Gul'dan here, so this is an uneven fight. 4 vs 5, Stim Drone getting popped.
You absolutely take this fight. Oh my gosh, Raynor with the Stim Drone, Jaina Ring of Frost. Phoenix, where did he go? Oh my
He went
god.
to the graveyard.
I thought he lived for a second. Trying to maybe get a couple last kills before they finish the objective. A 2-for-1 trade in favor of 10 armor.
Yeah, and if you're 10 armor here, you've pushed them back. Just go back, get the objective. You know, leave.
Sure.
You can have Misha, you can have Stitches both zone out, and let Raynor and Morales kind of deal with the points here.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's pinging for the camps. I don't think there's enough time for either side to get camps. I don't think 10 armor should go get camps because, you know, this should be able to get a keep out of this.
At least, yeah.
They're not going to do it.
I'm a little surprised here. I mean, maybe they want to maintain that lane pressure in all 3 lanes. So worst case scenario, if they have to give up an objective, they can. But I mean,
they're looking at this and saying, you know what, Jaina's not back yet. They've got both of their people, so let's get value where we can elsewhere on the map. I just feel like they're doing it in kind of a
Punisher
pointless way.
at 30%. I mean, 30% took them. Okay, the stim drone comes out. I'm a little surprised that Raynor did not opt for Hyperion here, especially on this map, and with the added siege. I'm not quite. I mean, he's doing some serious siege damage, especially with the morale stim. So I'm not quite sure how much more value, but especially on this map, I've seen a lot of Hyperion. Oh, no one is posturing on the south side. No body blocking, so Joanna's kind of able to come in here. I'm not sure if they'll contest this. I'm a little surprised that they didn't, because...
Yeah, they didn't have the vision. They didn't know how many people were there, and, you know, having them walk in, I think, would have been pretty rough. Johanna, let's see, does she have Indestructible available? Oh, you know what? She does. So,
she does, yes.
You know, so that could have been okay for her to go
I
into.
do not like this rotation. I really do not. If that hook would have went on the Oriole, I think that would have been a little bit different.
Oriole should be dead, but they're instead going after the Johanna with the Indestructible. She gets the
Should
Aegis.
die here, unless Oriole is able to pull out Miraculous Healing, which she is not. Phoenix should go down here.
Yeah, big hook and then the penetrating round. Kill looking for Gul'dan? Not quite able to get it. And
I
they're gonna
do
go ahead
not
and
think that
attack this
rotation
deep.
got them anything. I mean, that was Oriole and Joanna rotating the bush kind of southwest of the mid lane there. I don't know. I think that put them in a really bad position, them being split off from the team. Whereas, you know, 10 Armor, like I said previously, they've been together, you know, all of mid and all of late game basically, except, you know, Rexar getting occasional camps. But I don't know. I think the Annie Oakley, I think their position was their general team positioning and grouping, I think was maybe what made the game a little bit difficult to win. Even in both games, I would argue. But you know what? Both teams played great games. There were a lot of good team fights coming out of both teams. A lot of good plays. Like I said, one thing doesn't lose you the game. As I wrote in my article, one thing doesn't lose you the game. But so I think overall, 10 Armor just played a cleaner, holistic match, a couple matches. So.
Oop. There we go. Yeah, so that's true, and I agree with you 100% on the positioning of that that rotation into the bottom lane. You know, having your tank and healer come through there, not a good idea. Giving the Stitches hook the opportunity to isolate one player, technically two, really, because you've isolated Ariel. I was a little bit surprised that they elected to go after Johanna instead of going after Ariel. But that's where the hook target was, so, you know, out of sight, out of mind, right?
Ready to have a little fun.
For sure.
Oh, that's what that is. I was so confused. Apparently, we've got these Twitch pop-ups, and I heard Nova pop up, and I'm like, what's going on here?
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so people are following, and I thought it was like your phone or something.
No.
I think I minimized Discord, so you're just stuck on a funky face. I'm sorry. There we go. You were like looking down. So, all right. Well, that's our match between 10 Armor and Annie Oak League. Any last thoughts about this series that we just watched here?
No. Great job to both teams. Congrats to 10 Armor for some great matches. I am really glad to see some off-meta stuff. You know, I know at the end of the day it didn't work out. You know, Oriole, sad face with Annie Oak League, but you know, when it did work out in team fights, you know, it looked good. So, you know, teams, if you're out there, don't be afraid to do some off-meta stuff. It's a lot of fun to watch. But you know what? Go with what you're comfortable with. That's all I gotta say. Ending comments from Butte.
There you go. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes as we get set up for the next game, which is going to be between Plugwalk and Frank's Furters, also out of Sea West.
Woo, you fix my face, boy.
I'm going to work on fixing your face, yes.
Okay.
We'll be right back.